These 10 free films on Tubi are terrifying, brilliant, and totally underrated. Let's start right away. Starting off our list at number 10 is The House of the Devil. T. West's retro masterpiece proves that slow doesn't mean boring. It means dread done right. This film takes its time, building tension through every creak, every silence, and every uneasy glance. Jocelyn Donahue plays a college student who takes a babysitting job in a massive old house, only to realize too late that something satanic is waiting upstairs. The 80s-style grain and eerie soundtrack make it feel like a lost classic, and when it finally erupts into chaos, it's pure horror payoff. At number 9, we have Possessor. Brandon Cronenberg takes body horror to new cerebral levels. The story follows an elite assassin who invades other people's minds to commit murders through their bodies. The concept alone is chilling, but it's the execution that gets under your skin. It's sleek, disturbing, and drenched in psychological unease, making you question identity, control, and morality itself. Possessor isn't just horror. It's an existential nightmare wrapped in sci-fi precision. Coming in at number 8 is Let Me In. Matt Reeves brings haunting beauty to this reimagining of Let the Right One In. A lonely boy befriends a mysterious young girl who turns out to be a vampire, and what unfolds is both heartbreaking and terrifying. The performances from Cody Smith-McPhee and Chloe Grace Moretz give the story emotional weight, while the snow-covered stillness and sudden bursts of violence make it unforgettable. It's tender, tragic, and blood-soaked in equal measure. At number 7, The Invitation. A dinner party movie that slowly turns into a psychological trap you can't escape. When Will attends a reunion at his ex-wife's house, everything feels off. The conversations are forced, the guests too calm, and the tension never breaks. As the night unravels, so does reality. Karen Kusama crafts a masterclass in unease, one that's more about emotional horror than monsters. By the end, you'll be questioning every invitation you've ever accepted. Number 6, The Babadook. Jennifer Kent redefined modern horror with this one. What begins as a mother struggling with her troubled son becomes a deep exploration of grief, fear, and suppressed emotion. Embodied by a storybook monster that might not be imaginary, it's atmospheric, emotional, and utterly terrifying. The Babadook isn't just a creature feature. It's a film about the monsters we create when we refuse to face our pain. At number 5, The Descent. If you're claustrophobic, prepare to squirm. A group of women embarks on a cave diving adventure that quickly turns into a nightmare when they realize they're not alone. Neil Marshall delivers relentless tension, brutal scares, and one of the most shocking creature reveals in modern horror. But what makes The Descent stand out is its raw emotional core. Loyalty, betrayal, and survival colliding in absolute darkness. Sliding into number 4 is The Wailing. A South Korean horror epic that blends mystery, religion, and the supernatural into one of the most unsettling stories you'll ever watch. A police officer investigates a series of gruesome deaths in a small village, uncovering a force that feels ancient and merciless. The pacing is deliberate, the atmosphere thick with dread, and by the final act, you'll be left speechless. It's less about jump scares and more about spiritual decay. A film that scars, not just scares. At number 3, Day of the Dead. George A. Romero's grim masterpiece pushes zombie horror into philosophical territory. Humanity is on the brink, with scientists and soldiers hiding underground, arguing over what's left of civilization while the dead evolve above them. It's gory, yes, but also deeply intelligent, exploring how fear and arrogance destroy us faster than any plague. And of course, there's Bub, the zombie with more heart than most humans in the room. Number 2, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Few films feel as raw and feral as this one. Tobe Hooper's low-budget shocker still hits like a hammer, literally, from its gritty documentary-style realism to the unnerving sound design. This isn't just a horror movie. It's a descent into madness. Leatherface and his cannibalistic family became icons for a reason. But the true terror lies in how believable it all feels. Nearly 50 years later, it's still one of the most disturbing films ever made. And finally, number 1, The Changeling. Proof that true horror doesn't always need gore. It needs atmosphere and grief. George C. Scott gives a powerful performance as a man mourning his family, who moves into an old mansion only to uncover a chilling secret buried within its walls. The pacing, the sound design, the ghostly reveals. Everything builds toward a haunting that feels deeply personal. It's elegant, emotional, and genuinely terrifying. Even Martin Scorsese calls it one of the scariest movies ever made. And he's right. These are 10 incredible horror films you can stream right now on Tubi. completely free. If you love discovering underrated gems and classic nightmares, don't forget to subscribe and check out our next list. Until then, turn off the lights and good luck sleeping tonight.